Okay, welcome back, divas.
Welcome back to episode 4.
Is it episode 4?
I think so. Dang.
We've been doing this for a whole month.
Oh my god, wow.
Anniversary.
1 month anniversary. Hooray to that. The topic of today's episode.
We have a plan.
We actually have
actually
a
have a
plan
plan.
today. We didn't really discuss what we would do in the plan, but the plan is set.
Yes.
The title is written of the plan. Everything else?
Yeah.
That's maybe at 2 months at the second month we'll figure that out.
Slowly inching up, baby steps. This topic is inspired by Two Girls, One Ghost. They're my favorite. They're pretty good. They talk about paranormal stuff. And the episode I watched, they were talking about the Appalachian Mountains. So that's what we'll be talking about.
Y'all, that's how this starts. This one is called The Bell Witch. I think this is like a...
And it's getting dark, so it's gonna be all spooky in here.
Have you seen... There's like this podcast, they kind of do like scary haunted stories like this. I think they're a bunch of Mexicans. Like they sit out in a forest and read like these these scary stories. And this is hello? This is likely the most well-known story of the bunch because the story of the Bell Witch was made into a movie in 2013. Okay. But this film was based on alleged hauntings of the Bell family that date all the way back to 1817. John Bell and his family lived in Robertson County, Tennessee, near the town of Adams. Though some might argue that Robertson County isn't technically in Appalachia, I think it's close enough. And this story is interesting, so we're going with it. John relocated his family from North Carolina to a 320-acre farm in Tennessee in 1804. For many years, they lived peacefully on this farm, but that all changed in 1817 when one day, John noticed a strange animal out of his fields. It had the body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. Okay.
Hello.
John shot at this strange creature, but it disappeared. Over the coming months, John's children also began to witness strange apparitions appearing on their property. Drew Bell tried approaching a bird of an extraordinary size before it flew away, and Betsy Bell saw a girl in a green dress swinging from the branch of an oak tree. It's thought that these strange sightings were that of the Bell Witch. For people watching, that's the Bell Witch. Isn't she so pretty?
Actually, don't bully, or we're gonna get haunted. I
don't claim
Who
the
does your
negative energy.
hair? It's so pretty. Are those real sticks?
From here, the antics of the Bell Witch escalated. The family claimed to hear haunting sounds in their home that sounded like chains dragging the floor, dog fights, and things gnawing at their bedside. They could also hear voices speaking directly to them. The witch seemed to have a particular hatred for John Bell and his daughter Betsy, as Betsy was slapped, pinched, and stuck with pins by the witch. Are we sure it was a witch and was it John Bell?
It's definitely John Bell.
The Bell Witch didn't seem to carry the same disdain for Lucy, John Bell's wife, or his sons. So I'm thinking it's John Bell.
It's John Bell.
The story of the Bell Witch came to a head when she vowed to kill John Bell 3 years after beginning her reign of terror on the family. How do we know this was her plan? Like, if she's a ghost haunting,
Real.
how do we know?
You're right. Maybe?
Sam and Kobe, you want to answer
Sam
this?
and Colby. Yes,
Thank
please be on our podcast.
Oh my
so
God,
we can...
Sam and Colby, listen. In the future, I'm manifesting it right now. Can we be on one of your YouTube videos?
We'd be great. We'd make humor out of it, but we would be.
I think I'd be peeing my pants the whole time.
But we'll be respectful to the ghosts, so we don't die.
I promise your people will love us.
Your people would love us because
It'd
we
be
are your
great.
people.
We are.
We know.
And I'm proud to be. Those songs do not fit together at all. She vowed to kill John Bell 3 years after the beginning of her reign and terror on the family. On December 20th, 1820, John was found dead.
Sorry.
John was found dead about 200 years, 100 and something years before you were born. Careful.
Careful.
This is for you.
Bell is coming for me.
John was found dead with a vial of poison at his side. His death was officially attributed to the Bell Witch, making Tennessee the only state to recognize a person's passing as supernatural.
That is bull. Okay, your wife killed you. Hate to admit it, but your wife killed. Or what was the one's name? Jessica? No.
The witch attacked John and his daughter Betsy.
Betsy killed you. Let's be for real.
And I think y'all were just naming it the Bell Witch because you didn't want to get blamed for the murder.
Exactly.
Boom, solved. Put us on the
Case
detective's case.
Yeah, real.
Law and Order, where are your people?
Guilty.
Dun-dun.
Have you seen the pink courtroom people? And they're like
Pink
talking
court.
about they're
Yes.
talking about cheaters and stuff. I think.
Oh yeah, have you seen the one where she's like, men are not allowed to speak?
Yeah. Anyway.
I love that woman. A year later, in 1821, poor Betsy was so tormented by the witch that she called off her engagement to a local man, Joshua Gardner. Poor guy.
Real.
Actually, no. Like, good for him. He got out of that.
He got out of that. He didn't want to get tortured either. He
Yeah.
didn't want to end up like John.
He didn't want to end up like John. God rest his soul. Pretty wild story, wouldn't you say, folks? Why are you talking to me? Anyway, that's the story of the Bell Witch.
Have you watched the movie of the Bell Witch?
I have not. Have you?
Buns. Yes. It is so bad. It is
Apparently,
like
the story is not much better. So
yeah. They literally just are. They hear stuff and then they start running and get lost and they all die. That's it. It's literally that's. I just told you the whole thing. And it's so
she said,
stupid.
"I summed it up for you in 5 words."
Yeah.
Run
It's
and
so
die.
stupid. Do not watch it. Don't recommend. Don't sue me.
Double homicide.
Damn. Don't homicide.
Damn, I forgot. It's just been like
Damn, I forgot.
vocal stem after vocal stem. We paused the story like 5 times, and it wasn't even that long of a story. We couldn't even get through it. Okay, wait. I found this other one that's called Folklore Stories of Appalachian Horror, but it's giving me a transcript. Don't look at the trees. If you hear your name called in the woods, no, you didn't.
Oh.
If you hear whistling at night, no, you didn't. That reminds
No,
me of
you
the dog.
didn't.
If you see a dog on its hind legs doing the Macarena, it's not a dog.
It's not a dog.
Not on this one. Ready? I'm gonna keep going with this transcript. You. Lock in. This is my Hi, my name is Juliana Gutierrez. I'm 5'3" and I am auditioning for the role of the storyteller. I'm just trying to audition. I'm not gonna get a call back. Shut up. You may have heard these rules floating around the internet for some time now. They've been labeled as the mysterious rules for people of Appalachia. Oh, the people of rules that the people of Appalachia live by. Following them meticulously without asking questions or else. These seem to be traditions set in place to protect the residents of this Eastern American mountain range. From the dangers that lurk in the thick woods the area is populated with. But it depends who you talk to. Some residents claim the area is inhabited with shadowy cryptids and ghosts, claiming they've seen these nightmares with their own eyes. In their own backyards. Others say Appalachia is a beautiful, mountainous area of the country with its own culture and nothing more. Talking to people who've had experiences, it feels like there is something supernatural happening in this region. I've heard horrifying stories of random screams in the wood, whistling coming from nowhere in the dead of night, and spiny creatures caught on trail cams with no explanation. And these sightings and stories are generations old. Thank you for my audition.
I'm only an asshole for making the joke.
Oh.
About what?
Please Photoshop me with something in my hand. I'm going to insert pictures of this, so if you're listening, hate to break it to you, but you're about to miss out. Appalachian Mountain scary stories. Shiver me timbers. It's the scariest, most uncanny experience you've had in the Appalachian Mountains. Oh, terrifying encounter. I had a terrifying encounter in the Appalachian Mountains, and I'm looking for answers.
Well, babe, I think we have an answer for you.
You've come to the right place. So my first answer is maybe next time don't go. Consider the following. Let me start by saying I have lived in the Appalachian Mountain all my life, and I've experienced a lot of strange things. My family was Irish and settled in what's WV? What state is that?
WV.
West Virginia? Yeah.
West Virginia. Okay.
My mama. But I currently live in North Carolina. And I currently live in the North Carolina portion of these wonderful mountains. That being said, I have learned a lot about what really lurks in these dark woods, but this was nothing like I had ever experienced before. It all began with my golden retriever Ozzy glowing like I'd never heard before. He literally never growled, so that had already made me uncomfortable, but this growl was bone chilling. It was like he was getting ready to have a fight for his life or something. I took both him and the other dog out at around 11 p.m.
It's been doing that for a while you were reading. I was just sitting there like, damn, am I gonna die?
Said, damn, mama, please don't you cry, I'm sorry. I took both him and my other dog out at around 11 p.m. and he would not leave my side. I noticed that my workshop door was open, so I walked down to close it and locked it up. The entire time, he's glued to my side. Ozzy also kept trying to get in between my legs, still growling, all of his hair sticking straight up like a feral animal. The second I close the door, all hell breaks loose in the woods. It sounded like a 50-year-old, full-grown man had broken into a full sprint, tearing through the woods. Trees were shaking and branches were falling. In my life, I had never been that scared. We got back to the house, and before I shit my pants, and I got my pistol/mag light to figure out what the hell was out there. When the dog and I got back outside, we were surrounded by what sounded like people mumbling. It was everywhere. I shined the light all over the woods and couldn't see anything, but the sound was coming from all around. It sounded as if you got a full gym of people to baby mumble. To baby mumble. You could almost make out words. That's why I don't think it was an animal. I almost immediately felt sick, like I was having a mix between a panic attack and a full swing of the flu. Back inside the house, it sounded like people were walking around all night. The windows were creaking, and you could clearly hear the sound of shoes on gravel. The mumbling never stopped. Every time I got up to check my house, my feet would touch the floor and it would get dead silent. You couldn't hear birds, crickets, frogs, or anything. I was terrified and didn't sleep a wink. The air felt thick and evil all night. That's the only way I could explain the feeling. Imagine a soaking wet quill being tossed over you. That's how I felt. Okay, that was not as scary as I thought it was gonna be.
Really?
I'm scared. It was scary. I can imagine him being scared, but I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like bone chilling to read.
Get us 10,000 likes and I'll post my feet pics.
That would never happen unless my body gets teeth. Then I'll pull up in a
2
bikini.
million likes.
And then I will pull up in a bikini. But let me get body tea
Let me
first.
get body tea first.
Body's kind of coffee right now.
Mine is unbrewed coffee.
Not even roasted yet. Because it is summer and I need to roast.
Wow.
Kind of sounds like a Sasquatch story to me. Like people
A
running
Yeti?
out in the woods. A Yeti, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was better than the first one, the Blair Witch one.
Yeah, because I think whoever wrote that Bell Witch story needs to look more into the family. I know that was in 1820, so maybe it doesn't matter anymore, but
I don't know. You never know unless you're put into that situation.
I know, yeah. Because listen. I said that it doesn't sound that scary, but at the same time, I will still, like, dive onto my bed after I turn off the
You
light.
can't touch me in my bed.
And, like, I will wrap the blanket around my toes, wrap myself in it like a cocoon, and I'm still saying it's not that scary, so I take it back.
I take it back.
Sir, you are allowed. Your feelings are valid.
Actually, yeah.
Feel all the emotions you want.
Can you imagine if that actually were to happen?
Ooh.
I think I would just run into the woods guns a-blazing.
Run into the woods.
Do you want to go to a Cupcake concert?
Oh my gosh, no, I want to so bad. Should we see if she's going on tour anytime soon?
She already went on tour. It was in Phoenix. It was like March 3rd.
Freak, bro.
Oh, should we tell them our paranormal experiences here at the Mountain Peak Cafe?
Ooh.
I haven't had any. Well, that's a lie. Have had some experiences. What is that freaking noise?
This might be the first one. What is up with Reddit today? Am I overreacting? Worst birthday ever because of my boyfriend. It's always the men. Yesterday was my birthday. My boyfriend, 35M, and I have been together for about 4 years, but I hadn't spent any birthdays together since 2023. Oh, this was 12 hours ago. This is recent.
Dang.
Last year he told me he was really bummed to not spend the day together, so I was very excited to spend the day with him. He works on my days off and I work on his days off, so whole days together are rare lately. He requested off for my birthday. I took off Friday and Monday to have a nice long birthday weekend. Friday, I asked him if he had planned anything for my birthday. He said no. He thinks I should decide what I want to do on my day. I was a bit frustrated at the lack of effort. I have a lot of interest and we've been together long enough for him to know what I'd enjoy. I expressed this to him, but planned the day anyway. Saturday late afternoon, he asked me what I wanted to do, so I shared my plans. Grab coffee/breakfast, hike with our dog in the morning, pop by some thrift stores / used bookstores, try a new place for dinner and eat mushrooms and get a little silly at home. Okay.
Hell yeah, boy.
Hell yeah, boy. He said that sounds good and suggested a place for our hike. Sunday morning, the birthday. He woke up very grumpy. I asked where we should go hike and he suggested the same place. I suggested a different option because there is nowhere for coffee or breakfast near the place he just suggested. He got frustrated that I didn't like his option, so I agreed to keep the peace. We made coffee at home and I had a Cliff Bar. The whole drive/hike he was silent and extremely annoyed with our puppy. For every little thing, I kept trying to initiate conversation, but he didn't respond to any of it. I finally asked him what was going on when we were on the hike back, and he snapped about nothing ever being good enough and how we're here doing what I want to do. He took the day off, and that should be enough for me. Gag.
That's
No.
crazy.
I tried to explain that I just don't understand why he's ignoring me and so annoyed at the dogs and things that escalated to him raising his voice. I said it doesn't feel like he's making an effort for my birthday and asked if he'd ever gotten me a gift. He said absolutely not and that I don't deserve one.
Oh.
Gag. We finished the hike back in silence, but things got heated in the car. He said his grogginess in the mornings is due to his medication and was annoyed I didn't just know that's why he was acting this way. We'd been awake for 4 hours at this point, so I figured any grogginess from the medication had worn off. Also, unsure why he couldn't just say that when I initially asked what was wrong. He then goes on to say that he had planned a whole afternoon for us and planned the hike after our conversation Friday. This confused me because Saturday he asked me what I wanted to do to celebrate. After some back and forth, he said I knew I wanted to go thrifting, so he planned to also take me shopping and buy me whatever I wanted. He planned the hike but never communicated that clearly with me. I am still unclear on what he actually planned because anything he told me was just part of the plans I shared with him on Saturday. He mentioned one additional store, so I guess his plan was literally just adding to that stop. Anyway, the arguing continued. He never apologized, and I ended up crying several times. If he'd gotten me a card or ever communicated the plans, the taking me shopping as a gift would have felt more intentional. But the lack of communication leads me to believe it's laziness disguised as generosity. He also didn't get me a card, so the intention just isn't there. The day ended with me going to effing Walmart for contact cases and him offering to buy me a couple things he knows I like. Then we got pizza and sat in silence all night. I did not eat mushrooms. I did make a sick birthday cake though. Am I overreacting to being extremely upset by all this? Was calling him out on his silence and overreaction. He thinks I should have been patient and waited for the day to unfold. I don't think a simple question about his behavior should result in an argument. This was genuinely the worst birthday I've ever had, and it makes me very wary of celebrating any future birthdays with him. He's a problem.
That is great. That is so sad.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry for you.
But even, like, if he did actually plan all of that out, he could have been like, oh, like, I have a surprise.
But, like, also for him to be like, it's because of my medication. Okay. That would make a little more sense if, like she said, if they hadn't already been up for many, many hours past, like, the first few hours that he's groggy for.
Right.
So that just doesn't add up. And again, yeah, lack of communication. What's going on, guys?
Kind of sad. I feel bad for her. That is super sad.
Boys do better. Don't fail the ladies like that. Better to be single than to deal with a man like that, honestly. Take the dog, take your money, hide your money, y'all. There's poor people around. He is the poor man. Not rich in life, not rich with money either.
Nope. Yeah, I feel like communication could have helped that whole situation.
For sure. By like a bajillion, gazillion, million. Speaking of the aquarium, did you see there's a measles outbreak? There was a measles outbreak there?
Really? What is measles?
It's like some like skin thing. I don't know, but it's like contagious.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what measles is. That's crazy. Don't we all get shots when we're babies for measles?
Yeah, people are saying it's from the people who don't vaccinate their kids. Listen, if you are going to inject yourself with Botox and get lip filler and get plastic surgery, the least you can do is get a few vaccinations for your kid.
Right.
But yeah, get the vaccinations and then go back to your natural remedies.
I'm fine. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Landon told me a story. He was going camping and he was on the freeway. And they were driving and he looked out his window at a car. Someone was getting roadhead. He was little.
On the road? Like driving?
Driving. Are we serious?
I
mean, be freaky, but what if little kids are seeing you?
On the road?
It was on a freeway, yeah.
On the freeway is insane.
Yep.
That's even worse.
Can you imagine you look over to like people watch? I'm a really big people watcher, okay? Look over and see someone getting roadhead. Guys.
Like imagine you're driving on the freeway and you're like looking at your blind spots.
I would have actually started crying. I would have been like...
The Bell Witch kind of reminds me of, it's like not even similar. But have you heard of like the Mexican one, like the Weeping Woman?
Mm-mm.
La Llorona?
I'm white, babe.
Okay. Stories get passed down.
I know, but my whole family white.
Sergio.
Oh, fuck. God, Sergio, man. That guy.
Fun fact, me and Ella share an uncle. Well, we are not related.
You're not related.
Can't you tell?
Could you tell?
In
I
case
think we look very much alike.
Like our skin color is spot
I
on.
think we're twins. Tell us apart.
The only reason you know who is who is because because of the blankets.
Yeah, because of the blankets.
The blankets are the only distinction. Let me tell you the story about the Weeping Woman.
Okay.
Alright, so really all the Weeping Woman it's just a story about like a ghost named Maria who drowned her children in a fit of rage. Oh, and in a fit of rage after her husband had abandoned her for another woman. So she drowned her kids.
That's crazy.
So like the thing is, people will say that if you're in the streets of Mexico at night, but if you hear like a lady crying like in Spanish, it was like mis niños, like my kids, like to run, because if not, she will come get you and drown you.
Run. I know. What if this is actually real? Like all of these like conspiracy theories are real, and we're just like oblivious.
Should we? I hope we can become one. I mean, I don't want to kill anyone to like have to become a story, but like make me like a legend of some sort. Legends never die.
Our English teacher made us read this story about a guy like proposing the idea of eating children. So like this guy, he's like, so like all of these poor people it's satire, so it's fake. But this guy was saying how like there's a lot of poor people with like children. So he was like, oh, if they want to make money, they can sell their children to a butcher and they will slaughter them. And he was talking about all of the ways you could cook them and how to get the meat tender. And I believe this guy was just like, he actually wanted this to happen, but people were making fun of him. And he's like, oh no, it's just satire. It's all a joke. I think this guy was actually crazy. Because the way it was 13 pages long of him describing what he would do.
Yeah, you don't just do that for fun.
And he was talking about how, like the benefits of it, like it would help marriage, it would help poverty, it would help all of this stuff. And he was saying like, if you breastfeed the baby more, it will make them fatter. That means the meat's more tender. You are psychotic.
That's
There's
giving
no
the
way-
Epstein
even-
files.
That's what we were saying. Like, dude, are we like, is this like Ed Gein and Jeffrey Styles or
Jeffrey Styles?
Jeffrey Epstein?
Jeffrey Styles. She went from Jeffrey Dahmer, Jeffrey Epstein, Jeffrey Harry freaking Styles. My king. I saw this thing that was
Jeffree
like,
Star.
I don't even know to the name Patrick Star. Whoa. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. I thought without a body I ought to be the chop to take a load off. My brain is poisoned and I'm searching for the antidote, but every time I find it, my defenses scream, oh, no, you don't. Whoa.
If you see a dog on
If
its
you
hind
see a
legs-
dog at 3 a.m. on its hind legs doing the Macarena, that is not a dog.
If you see a dog doing the Macarena on its hind legs
Is that 3 a.m?
on your Ring doorbell camera,
That is not.
a dog. If you see a tree in the forest, it is not a tree. If you see a dog
If you hear a fart, run. What is going on? Oh. Ah! Oh my gosh. If it has no sound, I don't want to watch it.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and their life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours. I could teach you, but I have to teach you.
Oh my god, that was quite iconic.
Speaking of the Lorax, back during Halloween, when I was dressed up as a Lorax, one of the first few times I put on my costume, me and some of my roommates decided to, go stroll the town. 3 girls in a Lorax. I'm really glad it was a Lorax so that no one remembers who I am. They're just gonna see those 3 roommates and just have to assume which of the other 2 it was. But we go around, and we're driving past the football field. We get pulled over.
Oh
I'm in the passenger seat.
my! I've never
And I remember I didn't have my seatbelt on either because, got a huge belly going on. So we get pulled over and AC's like, shoot. So everyone's like scrambling to put on their seatbelts. And I have a big ass tree, a big ass hat, a big ass stomach. And I have to like throw it, grab my seatbelt, put it on. And I sat there like this. And I was praying that the police officer wouldn't come and get us through my side. And thankfully he didn't. It was really embarrassing. And then following after that, we went straight to Maverick. And I got out of the car. And a guy was like driving by and he goes, how are the trees? And I said, they're doing pretty great. And he goes, why aren't you with them right now? I was like, I want just a little vacation. I was like, I'm just, taking a break. I can't save all the trees in one day. And he goes, and who's taking care of them? I was like, but you save a tree today, sir. And he was like, I will. And I was like, thank you. And I walked into Maverick like that. And I've never been more embarrassed in my life. But no one made me do that.
That's a woman?
That's a woman. Yeah, you wouldn't punch a woman. That's a woman. And then like a week later, I made my English presentation on the Lorax. I was really obsessed. I was really obsessed with the Lorax for a hot minute.
Yuli would not get away with dressing up as something.
Shake out away. That reminds me of like James Charles singing, pull me out,
Pull me out.
pull me out, pull me out.
Bring me a little water.
I'm confused. You want my heart for? You the only one that I could get hot for.
I've been misused.
Hey, hey, hey. I don't know if I have any other Lorax stories. Oh my gosh, I have another one. So it was like 12 or 1 in the morning, something like that.
Oh god.
And I'm with my roommate, and obviously we're driving around town, and me in the Lorax costume. This is like the second time I ever put on the costume. And she was talking to this guy at this time, and his apartment was like a few buildings down from ours. So she's like, should we go over to his apartment? And I was like, let's go. So we're walking, and we have to like walk through a little bit, and I, again, microphone, no shoes on. Did I have shoes on? No, I think I had shoes on. Lorax costume, big belly, mustache, the works, you know. I even almost painted my face orange, but I held back. So then we get in there, and the second we open the door, he's just like staring at me, and I was like, hey. So then I literally just sat on the couch the whole time like this. And I couldn't get myself to say a single word because I was so embarrassed. Not that I've ever seen that guy since.
I would embrace the embarrassment and start dancing.
Because I thought that, like, they had, like, a chance of, like, really working out. So I was like, okay.
Walk in.
I was like, I'm going to see this guy again. For her sake. I was like, I can't. And I should have because I haven't seen him since, so.
Yeah.
I've been confused. I think that's my only Lorax stories I have.
One time. Okay. This is a very bad story, probably. I was dressed up as Dale Brisby. With all my little Mexican friends. Someone stopped us and was like, are you like, what is it called? Before it was called ICE, what was it called?
Like immigration officers or like? Yeah.
Because I was just with all my little Mexican friends. I'm like, no. First of everything, no. I'm Dale Brisby.
You said, what do you think?
Because I had like a long hair and I had a
Oh, wait, no, I
beard
don't.
on, and everyone's like, you're definitely a border patrol. And I'm like, I'm not, I promise. I'm Dale Brisby. It was so bad. So then, yeah, everyone's like, border patrol.
So I'm not
border patrol! I'm Dale Brisby! Ugh, it was so bad. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, dude, just take me home.
She said,
Just take me home.
country roads, take me home.
Because I was in a green shirt too.
Oh, and
That's what
that'll do it.
That'll do it.
You do not have to worry about me. You do not have to worry
I was
about
like, bro,
me.
leave me alone. Rah.
Coraline. Rah. Oh,
you
dare disobey me, Coraline. Rah.
Should we just call it?
I think we can call it.
Well, guys,
Well, thank you so much for watching.
if you like the vibe, let us know because
Yeah, because we are gonna, if you like it, maybe we'll put our life at risk a little more just to keep you guys happy.
yeah.
If you're listening, then I guess we're
don't
gonna
care.
ask you. All right, have a beautiful night. Have
Love
a
you
beautiful
all.
Wednesday. Love you all. Bye. Ciao.